Okay, I am recording. Any questions before we hop to it?
I just want to check. Gravik's the one that died, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. So, you awaken back in Murdoch's shop on a cot. Even though, like, you and Glenn have your own house, it seemed like Murdoch would rather keep an eye on you instead of going back and forth to your place and to his workplace. And you wake up with a damp, wet washcloth over your forehead.
Kylroy's gonna wake up, probably in a jolt. Grandpa! And then he's gonna take note where he is and realize where he is.
Whoa, Kylroy, what? Oh, you're awake. Are you okay?
What? Murdoch? How'd you get? Where's Glenn?
He's out packing up. But he's okay.
What do you mean? Wait, what happened? Where'd you find me? How'd you find me? How'd you get to me?
Just deep breaths, boy. Sit down.
Yeah, Kylroy is probably breathing a little bit heavy, but when he says calm down, Kylroy will try to catch his breath.
You'll see Murdoch go over to like where a kettle is, and like he'll take like a wooden cup, toss in what you can see, like a tea bag of sort, pour like hot water over it, and then he'll walk over back to you and hand this to you.
He'll take it and let it brew in his hands. He appreciates the warm teacup. Sorry, Murdoch. Yeah. So, where'd you find me?
I didn't find you. Thorin, from what I can gather, Thorin was carrying Glenn, and after he got Glenn situated, he gathered some people and went back and, well, Thorin guided the crew where he said he saw you go down a hole, but there was no hole anymore. But then someone came running back into the cave and they found you in the water outside, along with two slime gook. It was like green, just like floating in the water.
And sorry, he said this was outside the cave or inside the cave, like
outside,
close to.
Outside the cave. As a refresher, since you know the area, he would have found you like around. They found the bodies like in this like vicinity where the water is.
Oh wow. Okay.
Glenn was in bad shape, and from what, well, when they found you, you were in a bad shape too. But thankfully, the doctor was able to patch you two up fairly quickly compared to the others. I guess you already know about Gravik.
As soon as he mentioned Skrevik, Kylroy will look down, nod. Yeah, I saw it. Glenn and I saw it happen.
Tell me what exactly happened in that cave.
And for the sake of brevity, I guess Kylroy will kind of explain step by step. When in the cave, there was noxious green gas that was filling our lungs. He'll explain how it was just relatively simple slime spiders at the start. As we went in further, the noxious gas got worse, and we saw bigger monsters all the way up until we saw a really big monster. We found Thorin, we found Gravik, we found Eldira. Eldira made it out her own. But after the battle, where, Glenn and I almost met around several times, but Glenn was unconscious at the end. There was a hole, as Thorin had mentioned. And there was a crevice ahead, and there was green gas billowing out. And so I'll pick up from there. And I thought this was where the source of the green gas was. So I went in. I ended up falling into water. And there was just this, if I remember correctly, it was a face with blood oozing from his teeth and green smoke coming just from the floor. I approached it, but there was this hooded humanoid figure with red eyes, deep red eyes, and with a very piercing gaze, like looking. Murdoch, you know that gaze that Grandpa had when he was looking into your soul was full of warmth. This was similar, but very, very different, Murdoch. And he chanted, and my eyes felt heavy, and I woke up in darkness. I was wading my way through very thick liquid, and it sounded like something was chasing me. I fired this elemental pistol that had saved my hide several times now. I'm sure you've heard. And I heard Grandpa's voice. And so I ran towards the light that appeared after I shot it. And I ran, and I ran. And then here I am now.
At this point, he's sitting down not too far from you, and you're just rubbing his chin and his beard, and his eyes seem a little stressed. And, like, occasionally his eyebrows, like, twitch, or, like, his, in a corner of his eyes would twitch. Oh, the outer corner of his eyes would twitch, like, thinking, like, this can't be real. Like, this is not actually happening. But then, like, the seriousness of your voice as it continues, it makes it harder for him not to believe it.
Murdoch, I, before you start, I know all this seems ridiculous. Believe me, if I didn't see it with my own eyes, I'd think so as well. And this is where, and Kylroy just kind of starts breaking down a little bit. He's trying to hold it together, but he's like starting to break down. Murdoch, I can't keep helping but think that Grandpa left me this for a reason. Do you think he knew what was in that cave? You mentioned that there was this disease going around. I'm just trying to make sense of it all, Murdoch, and I know it's I'm probably not helping.
Kylroy, to be honest with you, I don't know. But I doubt your grandpa can see into the future. Otherwise, if he was able to, I'm pretty sure he was still... Sorry. Well, Thorin and Eldera also reported how you and Glenn rescued them. And Thorin did mention to me and a few other villagers how you're fighting this weird looking creature, and Thorin said if it wasn't for you and Glenn, he also would have been gone. So he isn't coming by here daily checking in on you. I think he'll be ecstatic knowing that you finally woke up.
How long have I been out?
Well, 2 days.
2?
2.
Oh, Glenn. I assume Glenn, well, obviously woke up before me. How long was he out?
After a little quick healing, he came back to that night, was up and about the next day. I think, he wanted to keep his mind occupied, so he's been packing for the journey that you and him have to take to Lordana. And, by the way, Romera, she's also waited, too.
Can you say that one more time? Say that line one more time.
My bad. Rayora, she's also been waiting on you to wake up. She said it was no point in traveling ahead if you and her both have bracelets and you're going to the same location.
Oh. So, I assume she talked to you then. He wasn't there with us on that day, was he? Or it was just me and Glenn in the market area, right?
Yeah, but you did told her to go over.
Oh, right. I told her to come here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was surprised that she got one too. But Raylan was pretty concerned.
He's just stressed. He's retired and he's not taking kindly to it. He's was a delivery guy, so he's used to traveling. He's not used to staying still, and even though his granddaughter took up his business, well, now that she's being summoned, he's just worried, but he'll be okay. He's calmed down quite a bit, actually. Oh, and well, since you told me what happened, let me tell you what's been going on while you were passed out. So, Glenn, of course, he started packing and preparing for the trip. Rayora has also been helping, making sure the horses are good and wagons up to date and whatnot. Repairs and whatnot. The disease has been affecting the miners. After we found your body in the water, over time, the miners started to show improvements. It's bizarre. The doctor doesn't understand it. She actually gave a book with logs of the research she's been doing and the studies and the tests she's been running on the miners, and she packed it away and she requested that Glenn to give it to the researchers in Lordana. But she said, oddly enough, the miners are starting to regain normal color. They're starting to hear and see again. Even the ones that were being affected for a long time, it's quite a miracle. Oh, and well, Mara got done with your necklace, and I might have a confession.
Go ahead.
It's nothing involving blood magic that she's doing. I could have done it myself. You already figured that one out, but I thought she was a pretty girl. She's around your age, you know.
Murdoch.
I thought you were gonna be staying in town, you know. It can get lonely for you, and all you've been doing is just training with me.
Murdoch. And Kylroy smiles just a little bit. But you know how important figuring all this stuff out with Grandpa is to me, especially now. Just more things keep popping up. I don't know. I guess I kind of say the same thing to Glenn. Just feel like I haven't really had time really to think about any of that kind of stuff. But I appreciate the gesture, Murdoch.
Well, I did most of it. I only requested her to add a little bedazzle to it. As you youngins call it nowadays. But
Bedazzle?
it's you know, aesthetically pleasing, you know.
Nobody my age says that word anymore, Murdoch.
You used to when you first arrived. Is that out of state now? Ugh, I can't keep up. Well, anyway. I actually designed it for a while, or been working on it. It's a necklace, and it has the locally sourced brown crystal that you see growing around the town and in the caves. It's supposed to help you with your ether. So basically, it gets charged, and it's like a storage, like a little ether storage for it.
Oh. That's neat.
And like right on cue, knock knock knock. Oh, let me go get that. So you'll see Murdoch. Get up. Walk over to the door. Open it. And Kara.
A cat comes in.
Cat aggro. You're like, oh, well, Mora, perfect timing. He woke up not too long ago. Oh, good. I'm glad. Is he doing all right? And Wilmara comes walking in, right behind Murdoch.
Kylroy waves. Hi, Limora.
Hi, Kylroy. How you feeling? You look a little bit better. And you see her, she's holding like a wooden box. From what you can tell, there's no like carvings or anything. It's just a plain wooden box with a little latch in front of it.
Oh, I'm feeling better, thanks. Been out for 2 days, so hopefully 2 days of sleep will have helped me at least a little bit. Murdoch says you were able to help finish making a necklace. Thank you so much.
She kind of looks at Murdoch confusedly and then right back at you. Oh, he knows? Yeah. I just told him about it. Oh, okay. So, you. And she's holding a box. She's like trying to figure out who to give it to who, and she'll just slowly walk over to you and hand it to you directly.
Do I know how old she is?
You can gather from how she looks like she could be semi-young.
Oh, okay.
Well, on the young side. Not like kids, like, not kid, but like, on the young one. Young side.
Like early 20s.
Yeah.
I'll take the box. I'll thanks again, and I'll open it. What does it look like?
You open it, and it kind of looks like it's a bullet shape with specialized metal ore that seems to give accent to the circular portion at the bottom and top portion, and like a little it kind of has like a little dwarvish design to it, with like how like it swirls and everything. And you can probably tell that this is what the bedazzlement Murdoch was explaining to you. And then on the inside, you see like the crystal encased in this metal, and it kind of pulsates in like the core, and it just kind of like has like electrical shocks throughout it. But there's no sound or anything. And holding it, if you touch the crystal, it kind of gives off like a little warmth.
It's like one of those like little it's almost like one of those Tesla orbs where you touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Kylroy's eyes widen. Lamora, this is really fancy.
I just did and she'll point to like just the fancy dwarfish designs to it. And I just did those. But Murdoch here did the rest.
So thank you so much. And Kylroy's gonna stand there a little bit awkwardly. After like a second that hangs a little bit too long, kind of like lean in for this like awkward hug, but like almost hover handing her.
Kylroy, what are you trying to do? I'm slightly confused.
Never mind. And Kylroy will back off. Thanks. Really. So Murdoch mentioned it helps with ether storage.
Oh, I know nothing about that. And she looks over at Murdoch. Well, yeah, the crystal portion helps with the ether storage.
Okay. You'll have to explain it to me later. Yeah, Lamora, I don't know if you've heard anymore, but I've got a summons of sorts to go to Lordana.
Oh yeah. So did Rayora.
Yeah.
Actually, I just saw her. She was heading over to the horses actually just now.
Oh, yeah. I know she and Glenn have been hard at work packing everything up. I should probably go see if they need any help. But hey, Murdoch,
Hmm.
do you know, is the doctor still around? Is she available for talking? I was just curious about what she found out and if she had, if Glenn gave her the samples that we had taken from the cave.
I think she's requesting no visitors unless you're sick. She's a bit overwhelmed and tired, and to be honest, and to be fair for her too, she's been quite busy the past couple of months. But I did mention she gave Glenn a book with her logs and testings and research on this current matter. I think she also um took like the samples from Glenn and attached it there so they can do further testing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot to also tell you this. The both entrances to caves were end up getting caved in. Thankfully, it just happened yesterday. And when the team went back to go find you that day, there was no more green smoke or these critters that you, Eldira and Thorin were talking about. Oh, and Glenn too. But they're currently right now working on reopening both entrances to the caves. But besides what happened with that yesterday, it's been just the same around here, although we're still mourning for the loss of Graverick. And we are currently working on giving Graverick a proper send-off.
I'll have to, I don't know how long it's going to take them to get. Do you know how long it's going to take them to finish setup?
Well, they're making a stone coffer for him, so it's gonna
Take.
and you have how many days to get to Ludana?
Um. As the player scrambles back in his notes, I have 12 days from when I received the notice.
But you're passed out for 2, so you have 10.
And apparently it takes 12 days on horseback. So, well done. Get ready to go. I'll find Thorin and give him my regards. And Kylroy will turn to Lamore again. I'm sorry that this has to be in such a rush, but I'll write back to Murdoch and you and check in whenever I can.
She looks at you like quizzingly, like, why you need to write to me? You can just write to Murdoch.
I'll just write to Murdoch.
Murdoch goes,
I give Murdoch a glance. And then, alright, let me go, see if Glenn needs any help.
yeah, I'm gonna go back to my store. Well, glad to see you're back, and yeah, Rayora's a bit in a hurry. She's actually gonna leave first thing tomorrow morning if you didn't wake up. But she'll be happy to know that you're awake. Don't get me wrong though, she was concerned for you. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to my store. Later, Murdoch, and go look on your journey, Kylroy. And she kind of does like an awkward speed out of the place.
Oh yeah. What are you gonna do, Murdoch?
What do you mean? The same thing I've always been doing.
Oh, well. Guess you'll have one less of me to bug you while you're trying to get your things done for a little while.
It's definitely going to be a bit boring now that you're away, but hopefully, hopefully it doesn't take you too long to get back.
Hopefully not, but it seems somewhat serious. Anyway, let me go. There you go.
You better write to me, though, when I want a letter when you get to Lordana, and yeah, just be safe. And he puts his hand on your shoulder and gives it like a firm squeeze.
I'll look up at him and I'll put my hand over his and say, "I will, Murdoch, and thanks for everything." I'll say bye again before I leave.
I'll meet you by the wagon.
Okay. And we'll step out. That's his name, Talus.
Yes, yes. You hear him hammering and chiseling away. Oh wait, he's not here. Go away, Glenn.
Yeah, Kylroy will start making his way over to the stables.
Have to reload.
Okay.
There we go. For some reason the map wouldn't move for me. Okay, not this. Okay, so you make your way over to the stables.
Yeah.
Okay, you see the two horses that been with you the entire journey over to here and like still miraculously in good health throughout these years. They're just munching on some hay. You see the wagon with crates in the back and some other barrels, and you see Rayora just sitting back there talking to her grandpa, and you see Glenn like checking out the wheels, even though like Murdoch told you that they basically did maintenance on the wagon. Glenn is still taking extra precautions.
I'll see him and I'll make my way. What do I see first? I see Rayora and Raylan first.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean they're all pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make my way over. Hi, Raylan. Hi, Rayora.
Ow! Oh god, my head! And you probably heard like Glenn hitting his head on a piece of a wagon. My lord!
Glenn. Yeah, it's me. I'm good. All right.
Oh, my lord. Glad you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good, Glenn. Are you okay? You sounds like you literally just woke up that same day, and now you're off packing up for a 10 to 12 day ride.
You know me, this is nothing.
You should take it easy for once in a while.
I'll take it easy on the trip.
That's fair. How are Bucky and Midnight?
Hi, Kylroy.
Oh, hi, Riora.
Glad to see that you're awake.
Yeah. Sorry about the other day. I realized I told you to go to the Smith, and then...
It's okay. Dorian and Eldar kept everyone posted, and if it wasn't for you and Glenn, they probably wouldn't be around either. It's sad about Gravik though, but perfect timing though. I was actually gonna leave first thing tomorrow because, well, we're already running behind, so now we're gonna have to rush a few days.
Speaking of, I know it's about a 12 days ride over Lordana. We're already 2 days in, and we had 12 days to get there. Do you know how we can possibly catch up on being behind 2.5 or so days?
Well, I had an idea. That's why I wasn't too concerned about not leaving just yet till tomorrow. But since you're awake, we can leave today. Be a little bit better on us. But basically, well, I've been to Lordana before for like other deliveries. So if you want to make it there, it's gonna be a little exhausting, but we can take turns. I was actually, Grandpa here was actually gonna come with me so we could take turns, but basically, as long as someone's having the wagon move constantly, we should be able to make it in time. We'll just have to take shifts, one person will be driving, and the next person could be driving, and then one person could be sleeping in the back, and whatnot, but that's, I think we'll be okay.
Is your grandpa gonna be okay? Braylon, are you?
Well, if you're here, that means, Sir Glenn here is gonna come, so he's gonna stay behind.
Oh, okay. Is Raylan with us talking right now, or is he, like, to the side?
He's just examining all three.
Oh, okay. Hey, Raylan. I know you must be really worried sick about Rayora, but don't worry. Glenn and I, well, probably mostly Glenn, will make sure that she gets to Lordana safely.
Well, I'm not worried anymore now that I know Sir Glenn is gonna be with her. And he kind of like walks up to Sir Glenn, takes his can, and kind of like taps on Sir Glenn's like upper right armor piece, and you hear like a little ding ding ding. If only he was a little bit younger or she was a little bit older, I would try to nudge them together. I can tell Sir Glenn here is a good fighter, but I just told my granddaughter to write me letters, but I'm not concerned. She's a traveler, and it runs in the family's blood, so I am not worried.
I'll just smile and nod. And I'm sure she will be of great help getting us there in time. I don't want this to start off with us being late to a summons.
Especially a summons with the 3 kingdoms? This is a serious matter. I don't want to face the consequences for that.
Yeah, I had... Kylroy looks around. I'd wanted to try to talk that day, but I guess we can talk on the road. What time is it right now?
It's still like in the morning, approaching the afternoon.
Okay. Well, Riora, I know you said we could try to leave today. I did want to try to give my regards to Thorin before we left, and make sure we had all the supplies we needed.
Yeah, it's fine. How about we leave in like about 2 hours then?
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Meet back up here or the front gate?
Right here. I'm not gonna attach the horses to the wagon until it's time for them to go.
Okay, sounds good. Is there anything that you need from the shops?
No, I'm good. I already did my
Okay.
prep work.
Glenn, how about you?
I did, my lord, I did all of the pet work while we were, resting. It was the only way to occupied my thoughts.
Well, sorry for making you worry, Glenn. You know, that's always the last thing I ever want to do.
I sent a report out to your parents as a failure of not being able to protect you.
As soon as Glenn says I sent a report to your, Kylroy's face goes from it's kind of neutral, just talking, to kind of like the D colon face, to his eyes kind of like roll back a little bit, not out of frustration, but more like, oh my god, I'm gonna hear it from them. Glenn, they're not gonna be mad at you, Glenn.
Yes, they are, and I deserve all the punishment that they will give to me. I told them about the summoning and to send a reply letter to Lordana.
Oh boy. Well, I guess couldn't keep it from them forever. But I guess thank you for sending the missive to them. I suppose I'm definitely gonna have a letter. We're probably gonna have a letter waiting for us when we get there.
And they might fire me.
Glenn, they're not gonna fire you. And if they try to, but listen. You have been with my family for my whole life. You've been there from my name day all the way until now. If they try to do anything, if they even think about trying to do anything of the sort, I'm going to say that, well, I need you, because I do. Because you're going to keep me safe, and that's it. But either way, Glenn, you're too harsh on yourself.
Or I'm not harsh.
Oh boy.
It's okay. I've learned my weaknesses from that fight, and I will train harder.
I don't know if that's possible, Glenn, but I suppose we have 10 days on the road to figure that out. Oh, okay. Sir. Oh, I only have 10 gold to my name.
Wait, how do you only have 10 gold to your name? Did you add the gold that was in the letter? Because you got gold and silver.
Oh yeah. I have to add it. I haven't added it yet. No.
Did you add the other stuff or?
No, I only wrote them down. So, 2 heal pots, 25 gold, 10 silver. So yeah, okay. I'll add them after the session.
Well,
Okay.
you don't have any more healing pots, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm at 0 for both of those.
Yeah.
Anyway, I will make my way over to where's Thorin? Would I know where Thorin is?
You know his base of operations is near the mines.
Okay.
So towards east from where you're at.
Okay. I'm gonna head over to the mine to talk to Thorin, and then I'll come back.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. My lord, do you need me to come with you?
Kylroy, turn around. I'm just going there to talk to Thorin. If you want to come, you can. But I don't think that's needed.
Okay, my lord. Okay, sure enough, as you approach, you do remember that this building right here is basically like the mining operations take place, like meetings and whatnot. And sure enough, outside of it, you see Thorin talking to Everon.
Okay. And Erevan was the
He was the one shouting and trying to get people to help and to go ask help for the people who are missing.
Right, he was the one taking the head count, right?
Correct.
Okay. As they're talking, I'll go up and try to catch Thorin's eye and wave at him.
Erevan, I need this kind of supplies. We're gonna have to probably bomb that entrance right there. Just try to oh, hey, Kylroy!
Hey, Thorin.
Oh, you're up.
Yeah. Oh, and I'll turn to Erevan and I'll do a salute or a bow. Hi, Erevan.
He knows.
Yeah. I was out for a couple days. Sorry for making you worry.
No biggie. If it weren't for you and Glenn, I would be dead too. Just like. Sorry, Everon. Everon just looks down and shakes his head.
Yeah. I just want to. Actually, that's one of the reasons I came by. Just wanted to say sorry for what happened to Gravik. We tried, but the monstrosities down there were. And Kylroy closes his eyes and shakes his head. Sorry.
Nothing for you to be sorry about.
If anything, just means need to get stronger.
I think we all need to get stronger.
I heard you guys are trying to open the mine back up.
Both of them, but right now we're focusing on this main entrance one, and it's right here.
So I guess I just wanted to ask, and this way over my head. Given everything that happened a couple days ago, do you think that's still a good idea?
It's our source of income for this town. Without it, the villagers suffer. Of course it's a good idea. It's the only idea. We already sent a request from Kingdom Starred for aid.
Kylroy nods. I figured as much. But just be careful, please.
Don't need to say that to me twice.
But it is a good thing that Murdoch was telling me that anybody that was sick is starting to get better. So.
It's quite weird, and I don't know. I'm not one for medical stuff like that, but it is quite mind-boggling.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know if you've heard, but myself and Rio are leaving town for a couple of days. Oh, Glenn too. But we'll make sure to when we come back to make sure to say hi.
You better. Have a safe journey.
Thanks, Thor.
I gotta get back to work now, but I'm glad to see you awake and up and at 'em already.
It's as they say, no rest for the weary, right? At least that's what my grandpa said. Kylroy will bow and head back westward. As Kylroy's passing the docks building, he'll just take a glance at it to see if it's open or not. He's not going to stop or anything, but he'll just glance over.
The doors are closed, but you do see the windows open. And you probably hear like occasionally, or grunt like, water.
Kylroy's gonna take note of that and use that as a mental fuel to get to the bottom of everything. Hey guys.
Oh, that was really quick, my lord.
Yeah, Thorn and Erevan were busy with logistics of opening the mine back up. I didn't want to bother them too much.
Do you need to do any shopping?
Suppose it wouldn't hurt to get some more healing potions. Do we have enough food?
If you recall, you got 12 days worth of rations with the golden bracelet.
Right. That's for a single person, right?
Yeah, but Glenn did already said he went shopping for himself.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose really the only thing is healing potions.
I actually went to go try and get some, but the doc needed all of them, and we're not getting another shipment back in for a few more days from the Kingdom Starred.
Okay. Well, let's take a once over of my bag.
Rayor will speak up. In Lordana, there's a alchemist there who has all kinds of healing potions and balms and stuff like that. So as long as we're careful on our journeys there, we should be fine, and you can always buy some there.
Oh, you really know your way. I was gonna say know your way around. That's stupid.
Well, I was a traveler. I do deliver stuff. But I haven't really gone further up north. I think Lordana was probably the highest point I've ever been to.
Well, that's where we need to go, so gonna be counting on you.
I will be driving, steering the horses first, and Glenn volunteered to go next since you relatively just woke up and probably need a little bit more rest for your body.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I definitely don't mind steering the horses when I need to. So whenever you guys need, just let me know. All right. I think we're about ready to go. Murdoch said he would say bye one last time.
Oh yeah, as you say that, you see him approaching southward.
Oh, hey, Murdoch.
Hello, Kylroy. Leaving now?
Just about, yeah. Rior says we can get there within the 10 days if we're smart about it. So, 2 days or so of travel to make up.
Okay, well, let's get to it, huh?
Kylroy, as soon as he finishes saying that, he just runs in and gives Murdoch a hug again around his waist.
You feel his body tense up, but then kind of relax and hugs you again, a little bit tight, and then he releases you, and then puts both of his hands, one on each of your shoulder, pushes you a little bit away. Just remember what I have taught you, and be careful.
I will, Murdoch.
And write to me.
Will do. And Kylroy, at this point, will take the necklace that Murdoch had made and put it on his neck. This'll keep me safe.
And that too. And he'll point to your gun.
Yeah. I gotta get used to using this thing.
My lord, you were really good with it in the cave for the most part.
And still need to get better with it, Glenn. Just like you. Just like you keep saying. You always say you need to improve, and I need to improve too.
Rayora will be hugging her grandpa. He'll start be crying, and then he'll walk away as she settles in up front and like grabs the reins of the horses. Sir Glenn will climb into the back of the wagon and then hold his hand out to you.
I'll take it and step forward.
Okay. Murdoch will wave, say, be careful and look out for each other.
We will, Murdoch.
And y'all leave for Cora.
Oh my god.
And so, the forever autumn chill scenery and the brown mountains with the brown rocks and semi-grassy but dusty surroundings, you, Ryora, and Sarglin start trudging along away from Makora, and yep, this is the start of your journey.
Clap, 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 clap.
Yay! And in your recording.